What is up, everyone? Welcome back. Welcome to the channel. I am Stopher Cavins, psychic medium, as always. A little bit of trying out a new voice tonight. I've got allergies going on, so please forgive me. Hello, everyone. Nice to see you. All right, it's nice to be back on a little bit more of a normal schedule. My son is no longer here, so I do maybe a cold. I think it's allergies, but could be a cold as well. But yeah, it's funny. I called my my husband because this kind of popped up yesterday, and it was the first time he'd heard me, and he goes, "Oh my God, you sound like SpongeBob." I guess there was an episode where SpongeBob had a cold. So anyway, it's good to be here. I'll get through it. I've had worse. I do have so for that reason, I'm not going to do mediumship tonight. Just feeling like maybe psychic readings. I've got some cards here in front of me, so that kind of helps me conserve a little bit of energy. So we will do some, as long as I can talk, we will do some questions. I won't be bringing people on to the live tonight, but we'll be taking some questions through the chat. I've already got some things starred. Continue to put those in capital letters and add those emojis if you could. There you go. So you know what to do. We do have some events coming up. By events, I mean mediumship, psychic mediumship development. I've got a few workshops coming up. There was supposed to be one that started last week. Had to reschedule that because of some scheduling things that went on. So that's actually going to be, I still have some seating for that. So we have the Making a Connection workshop coming up. I should probably have this in front of me, but I'm going to go by, yeah, let me pull it up. That's probably best, right? That's the more professional thing to do, right? All right, that easy. I've got the Making the Connection workshop. It is a beginner level workshop, 3 hours. That starts this coming Wednesday, November 15th from 4 to 7 p.m. Pacific time. It is going to be on through Zoom, of course. Basically, this is what what it sounds like, making the connection. It is kind of like an intro, building that relationship. We're going to go over meeting spirit guides, making the connection in your day-to-day routine. I'm going to share with you, ways that I do this. So we're going to do a sitting in the power exercise. There'll be some great resources too, where you can kind of continue this in your daily routine. Building trust with spirit, building trust, within your own self, how you connect. And then we're going to be doing some one-on-one and group exercises that are fun as well. Once again, beginner level, but anybody can take this really. And we do have some seats available for that still. The following week, so this is the one that was rescheduled from last week. So we've actually rescheduled this for November 29th. So the following Wednesday, or 2 Wednesdays. Anyway, November 29th. What am I doing? That will also be on a Wednesday, 4 to 7 p.m. Pacific time on Zoom. That one is a more of an intermediate or advanced level workshop. It's called Improving Your Evidence. And once again, just like it sounds, taking what you're already doing and expanding on it, getting a little deeper with it. We're going to be, building that library of symbols, evidential symbols and whatnot, expanding on your own awareness, understanding the language of spirit energy, and then also kind of expanding on our clairs and using those and using multiple clairs. When you're doing readings or when you're connecting to spirit, we will also be doing one-on-one and group exercises in that. And then, of course, starting in January, early January, I've got I'm not going to go into too much with that, but I've got a beginner level and an intermediate level 4-week course respectively, that starts in January. So go to stophercavins.com. There is the education tab. You can find everything under there. All right, I'm going to stop rambling. I'm just starting some questions so that I can get right into it. If anybody would like a private reading, I do have availability left for this week as well, and of course into the future. You just go to stophercavins.com. We've got 30-minute, 45-minute, and 50-minute sessions. And then also I offer e-readings. If you don't have time to sit for a session, basically you just fill out 4 questions, and then within a couple of days, I will provide you a recorded reading of that to your email. All right. Thank you all for being here. If you could hit that like button, and if you're not already subscribed, I would be forever grateful if you would subscribe. I hear it's free. I hear it's painless. Hot and sour soup. Oh, I love hot and sour soup. My ex-wife turned me on to that back in the day. I didn't know what it was, and it looked kind of gross to me, but man, that's delicious. I might have to do that. Thank you, Fred Spam. All right. All right. Man, there's a lot of questions. Cool. We'll get right into it. Like I say, I'm going to pull some cards tonight. It's not normally what I do. I may or may not show you the cards. Sorry. It's just going to kind of help me bridge that connection if I'm low on energy. All right. Hey, Annie Bear. Thanks for being here. All right. Any messages from Pan? Is this a mediumship request? Could you clarify that? What's up, Mr. Kevin Lewis? Thank you for being here. Annie Bear, could you clarify that question? Por favor. Okay. I think that's a medium. So I'm not doing mediumship tonight. So we're going to. All right. Thank you for being here, Faye. Well, that's interesting. All right, Faye. It's interesting because I pulled this card, No Place Like Home. And then they're giving me a timeline. There's 2 timelines they're giving me. So I want to tell you just a little over a year from now, there will be an opportunity to move this process forward. I feel like what they're showing me is the start of the process. As far as but I don't think that's when you buy the home or find your home. Um, I think you're about 5 years down the road, to be honest, is what they're showing me. But they're showing me something that starts, I feel like, about 13 months, right around a year. So this would be like December of 2024, where we start a process or something starts. I don't know if there's a building, maybe it's buying land. I'm not sure, but it's almost like the beginning. But as far as like getting into a home or finding that home, like the end all be all, the forever one, I feel like we're 5 years down the road as it sits right now in the energy. And then of course you have free will. So if you don't like that timeline, you get to make those adjustments to move that up. Where can I find the instructions? Oh yeah, I think what you're saying is you want to come on, and unfortunately, I'm not doing that tonight just because I'm a little under the weather. I will be back to that next week because I don't plan on having this allergy slash cold situation for more than. If I still have it next week, mm, you'll see one grumpy Stopher. All right, Donna. Oh, what a nice picture. Are you hugging a tiger? How about that? All right. Do you guys have a message for me? Once again, I'm gonna pull cards. I don't know why I'm apologizing for pulling cards. It's just not my thing. All right. I did pull the yin card. It's interesting. This is like my it often comes up when we're talking about female connections, female relationships with females, and I don't mean like romantic relationships necessarily. A lot of times it's just letting us kind of it's bringing to mind a difficult relationship with a female. Um, so there's a message here about having patience with that person because I feel like they're going through something kind of challenging on their end, and it's kind of manifesting, or I guess in a behavior that's not normal for them. So of course you don't have to, you don't deserve that kind of behavior. But if you're able to just kind of understand a little bit of where they're coming from or what they're going through, I think it will give you the patience to just kind of weather that storm with them. Also, with that, there's also a female empowerment message that's coming up. So I feel like it's about not to say that you're not comfortable in your own skin and kind of just but it's almost like don't be afraid to like puff your chest up even a little bit more when we talk about just standing in that beautiful energy. So take that with you this week. But I think patience is going to be needed specifically with another female, perhaps somebody at work. All right, cool, Tessa. Thank you for being here. Message from guides, a lot of major stuff. We could use a little guidance. Yeah, I'm not going to use cards this time. Okay. What they're showing me is they're putting things on your schedule. So I feel like you're going to get a lot more answers with things. I know you're saying you got a lot of stuff going on. I don't know if these are like doctor's appointments or this court. I just feel like there's some things they're putting on your schedule. So prepare to be busy with these types of things. I do think that it's going to It's like they're just showing me things shaking out. I think things are going to go better than you're. For some reason, they're showing me that you have kind of a, not pessimism, but you're kind of thinking things are going to go poorly. I think you'll be surprised, is what they're showing me. So hang in there with it. They're talking about, this is like a younger male. Would this be a son or a brother? They're showing me a younger male that's involved. That I feel like, I don't know if they're just like a mess or what the case is. This is another one to like have patience with this person, but I feel like they also need some guidance. So there's a younger male in your life that you feel some sense of responsibility for. So that's why I'm feeling like it's either a son or a younger brother, but it's just showing me that they're just showing me them getting help. So help is on the way for them as well. Yeah, that makes sense. Who's a train wreck? We don't talk. Okay, and that makes a lot of sense. Just know, even if you don't talk to him, I don't know that and it's funny because they're showing me a third party for him, so that makes sense that you don't, because I don't think you're the piece of his puzzle, but I'm sure you worry about him, nonetheless. So they're just showing me that with all the other stuff you have going on, he's getting some. I feel like he's getting some help, needs help, and is getting some help. So, and I don't know if that leads to you guys talking or not in the future, or just him just being a little bit of a better spot. So, and that might just ease some of your worries about that. All right, and thank you for the question, Quintessa. UBJR, thank you for being here. Thank you for the question. General reading. Yeah, it's good to be back on Thursday. I wish I had more. Wish I had my real voice. All right, this feels like a bit of a romantic reading. I'll show you the cards I pulled. I did a 3-card spread. All right, UBJR. The first card they give me is the community card. Put that on there so you can see it. Then we've got the co-create card, and I'll explain what I'm getting from all these. And then also the soulmates card. So basically with the community card, it's really just about support, and having that support as you kind of go through some, I almost feel like there's like a either a loneliness or not quite feeling connected to someone that would be close to you, whether you have a partner in your life or not. I just feel like there's still this feeling of loneliness, or being like a lone wolf. So just know that the universe is bringing in that sense of community, bringing in people that are close to you, and you do have those people around you, or at least they're coming in for you. And then the co-create card, I feel like financially, there's going to be some help. So this is like a financial card for me. So just know that within, with the universe bringing in all that love and support, they're also bringing in financial support and stability as well. So this is something that I feel like is coming. They're giving me a few months on that. So after we turn the calendar, we get into the first part of 2024. They're showing me that there's going to be someone that kind of comes in, or some outside help when we talk about finances as well. And then with the soulmates, I do feel like if you don't already have that person in your life, and actually if you do have them in your life, they're showing me that there's going to be a bit of a closer connection or opportunity to rekindle. And then if that person is not already in your life, they're just bringing that kind of sensation, like that kind of energy closer to you. So watch out for that. Love coming your way in a lot of different forms. All right, thank you. Haven't worked for a year this month. Can you tell me what I need to do to get employment? I can tell you what I get around that. I'd be happy to. Thank you for being here. Well, thank you, Grateful. Family from Linda G. Yeah. I think I was on her channel in June. Okay. A change in the wind does tell me that I was kind of feeling this energy that there is, and I know it's been a year coming up that you haven't worked, but I feel like that is changing soon. There's going to be more activity with this probably January and February is what they're showing me. And I feel like what they're showing me is, let me explain this. Sorry for sniffling into the microphone. It's almost like, hear me out. I'm not saying it's a job fair, but it feels to me like there's this conglomerate of opportunities. So I don't know if this is going to be like a temp or an employment agency, or if there is, it's almost like I'm seeing more than one opportunity in one place. Sorry. So watch out for something like this where there is, it could be a job fair, but I don't know that that's what's going to be presenting itself. Um, or some kind of entity that kind of like, I'm going to use a kind of a stupid word here, but kind of pimps out people for other jobs. So it's something like that. So I guess the directive here is to kind of keep your mind open a little bit about what this looks like. Um, and it's almost like work with these entities that can help place you in a job as well. So there's something here where they're showing me like this conglomerate or this like where there's some tentacles that's going to help you rather than just like one employer um, and I'm feeling there's something in the customer service, or I don't think this is food service. I feel like this is like customer service or even the wellness space. All right. So good luck to you, Evelyn. Yeah, you be. I don't have my words worse than normal tonight. So a recruiter. I was thinking like headhunter, but like a recruiter or somebody that would place you. Is there a color she should look for? No, I don't. I mean, maybe I don't know about colors. All right, what do hi friends, ma'am. What do my guides want me to concentrate on for next week? All right. What they're showing me is they're showing me you getting up early. So it would make sense to me that this is something that you either will need to do because of some things going on with your schedule change, or perhaps it's something that you've been thinking of doing or wanting to do. So I do think that getting up a little earlier than normal, and developing kind of a new routine, whether it's just temporary or kind of for the long haul here, is something that they're showing me. Also, it feels to me like you've been trying to attempt some changes with some dietary changes as well, and it's been like kind of an up and down or ebbs and flows. So next week, there's a lot of energy around this happening, and being a little bit more successful than it's been in the past. So give it another shot, or put a little more into it, because I feel like it's going to stick this time. And it's for the best, because I think it's going to make you feel a lot better. Also, you're going to have some opportunities come up to help other people. A lot of times I get messages about, you know, you need to take care of yourself more or put more energy into you. It's a little bit opposite for you this coming week. I don't think you're going to have to concentrate on it. I think opportunities are going to present themselves, and they could be big or little. I think both, actually, but it'll give you the opportunity to just put a little more energy out there, and help some other people. All right, you're going to be busy though. Good luck. I feel excited about that too. I really do. Okay. This is interesting. Hi, Andrea. Do you see that there will be a major earthquake in Anchorage, Alaska area in the next couple of years? If so, is it in the winter? I've never felt into that kind of energy. Let me see. No, I don't. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen, but I don't feel that. Um, but I do feel like there's some. I do feel like there's some kind of political drama. I know Anchorage, Alaska, and no offense to anyone in Anchorage, Alaska, but I know it's not like the forefront of the news. But I feel like there's some kind of political drama that happens. This is so weird. In the next couple years, there's something brewing. It's already kind of like brewing. There's something that where Anchorage is going to be on the map, but not for an earthquake. Is not what I'm getting. But it feels to me like there's some kind of weird political thing that comes out of Anchorage. Yeah, probably in yeah, definitely California. Um, with the political thing and also the earthquakes. But yeah, I'm not getting an earthquake. But thanks for letting me, because I never think to look into those kind of energies. Let me ask you this: did you feel that happening? Ooh, puppy question. All right. Do you see my husband and I getting a new puppy soon? Will it be? Yes, I do. It's within the next 6 months. There's a puppy coming in. Basset. It's interesting. They're showing me the dog. Okay. It looks like a basset, but it also I think is a rescue. I don't think it's the European basset you're talking about, but I think it's a dog that is like a similar body style. But I do feel like it's either a rescue or because they're showing me this like okay, they're showing me a situation I know like my mom had where somebody gifted her a dog that they no longer wanted, and it was actually kind of a fancy dog. It was a French bulldog. I'm not saying that's what you're getting, but they're showing me a situation where it's either a rescue or you take it out of someone's home for whatever reason. So I don't, I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't think you're the first owner of this dog, but you're going to be quite happy with the dog, and it looks to me like a smaller, longer animal, and you'll love it. It'll be great. Good luck. Good luck with the dog. All right, let's keep going. Hey, Marnie. When you see me buying an acreage, will it be in Kamloops or Merritt? All right. You're giving me a different place. Hold on. I'm just going to check my maps. I don't even know where this is. Here in Canada, I'm actually getting more energy around Merritt, but I feel like it's around. So it might be in an adjacent area, but 2 years. I've got 2 years in February. So you're a little over 2 years. And I think there's going to be an opportunity to, and I don't know how many acres you're trying to buy, if it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I feel like whatever it is, there's going to be a really great opportunity to purchase more than you're actually thinking. All right. So it might be a lot. I just want to say hi to everyone. I know I'm not like picking out specific people's names and everything. I just don't think I have the energy for that. But I just want to say hi. I see you guys. I see all you guys in the chat. All right, Kathy. Oh, wonderful. So that's me. Do you see me getting a promotion this year? Yeah. So I've got October. Excuse me. October of 2024 is where I feel like there's an opportunity for promotion. Uh, it's more money as well, so it's not just like more a better title and more work. I feel like there is more money that comes with it. I also feel like there is either a change in where you're at. So let me explain this. Not like company, but it's like either you get an office or if you're working from home, you're going into an office. There's some kind of change in the actual place where you're sitting. Okay. That comes along with it. And once again, I'll present this as an opportunity. Whether you want to take it or not is up to you. But there's going to be an opportunity, more money, better title, um, promotion, and then also there's either like you get an office. I'm not sure if they like move you into a different office or a different like area, or if you're working from home, somehow you're going to have to change where you're sitting, is what they're showing me. October of next year. Hey, Wiki. Feel like I'm in standby mode, like anticipation for something. Any hints? No. I'm getting more of like hibernation. I feel like you've kind of put yourself on standby a little bit. I would question I can feel what you're feeling. I think you're just like understanding it a little differently than maybe what it is, or it feels to me like you've kind of taken yourself out of the game a little bit on some situations, and it's a little bit out of fear of what is next or what is coming forward. So look at that. All right. I'm not telling you what to do with it as far as how to move forward, but I would just suggest kind of sit with it a little bit and think about how you're participating with this energy. No blame here. It's just like they're showing me like the ball in your court. So this is a little bit more of how you're reacting a little bit to energy you're dealing with. So sit with it, and then it's just kind of about changing your own thoughts and perceptions and behaviors with it. But you've got the, like I say, the ball is in your court. So I feel like this isn't happening to you. I feel like it's a little bit more on your end of just how you're participating with some thoughts and feelings. Storing up energy. Yeah. There just seems to be a little bit about when we talk about what's going on in the future with like a situation or something in your life, there's a little bit of fear that you might not even be realize is there. Let's check this out. Hi, Myra. Thank you for being here tonight. Um, any message from spirit for me? So I'm not doing spirit messages, so let's go. I mean, they're participating, but I'm not gonna, you know, will I be able to keep my new job until licensure? I'm getting a no or not in the same capacity that you're in now. So if you're able to kind of continue the employment, it feels to me like there's some kind of change, but I'm getting a no. That there's some kind of like it feels to me like there's some kind of change that would have to happen where you're perhaps still employed, but it's not as in the same capacity that you're in, or there's a bit of a gap. So I would just say prepare for something like that, or try to move up that timeline for the licensure. All right. Am I to move next year? I wish to move, but don't know whether in Connecticut or not. There's less energy around it happening next year. It feels to me like your move. I think you're gonna. There's more energy for you, kind of staying where you're at, even though that may not be the most ideal in your mind. But it feels to me like the move happens after 2024, and it has to do with other people. There's like a third party, perhaps even like more than just one people. So I'm not sure if this is a family situation that's going on that kind of behooves you to move or kind of sparks a, that kind of inspires you to move. But there's like a third party thing at energy at play here that's going to, for one thing, keep you where you're at for next year, and then also move you in the year following. So I have your move currently sitting in 2025. I don't know if it's in Connecticut, but it does feel like it's you stay in a cold weather state or area. I have a new guy in my life. Oh, congratulations. There are complications to being together. Will it work out for us? Well, I'm not going to tell you whether it will work out for you or not. I'll tell you what I get around it though. There's still some more things to learn about this, the complications. I feel like And not that this new guy is being deceptive. I just think there's more to learn about it, and that actually has to do with how things are moving forward. Learning. Um, I just want to be clear. It's not like things are being kept from you. It's more of like as we move forward, we learn more because of how things are just play out naturally. So there's still a lot more to learn, and I think the whether or not it's going to work out is going to be shown to you. It's going to be a little bit more clear to you, and it's like you won't question it. You'll know. All right. I actually think there's a lot of energies around you working out, but I just see some ebbs and flows, and there might be like a break, or taking a break, or taking a pause. But there's something that's long term, or the ability to be long term, even if it's as in some capacity as friends, or whatever the case is. But it just feels to me like this kind of drags out, as far as figuring out the relationship. Like I say, I've got more energy towards yes in the long run, but you're gonna go through it. So if you find it to be worth it, then hang in there, I say. Let's see. So sorry, you sound like you're suffering badly. Me? Yeah, it's always something, right? Uh, this was to be my first attempt at live, but yeah, we'll do it next. So come on next week. Uh, Made an all-in investment. Will it be fruitful or a dud? Somewhere in the middle. And I know that's a lame answer, but that's genuinely what they're giving me quite quickly. Um, so with that, I think fruitful. I think wherever you think it, like, best case scenario, probably not hitting there is what they're showing me. But I think you're going to find it to work out. All right. Uh, it's interesting because they're showing me more than it's going to be fruitful and more than just financial um, fruit. Okay. So this is going to pay off in a couple other ways, because I feel like it's almost like they're showing me joy that comes from it for some reason. So I think it'll be fruitful in a couple of ways, but maybe not all the way up here like you're hoping, but good enough, I say. Like a weird elbow thing. Is everybody having fun? I know my energy is not that it ever is, but trying to hang in there. And if you guys have any questions for me, personal questions or spiritual questions or whatever, I'm open for that too. Bye, Wiki. Have a good night. Enjoy dinner. Let's look into this. All right. Do you see us being able to purchase our farm in December of this year? No, not December. Not December. They're showing me paper. They're showing me papers and contracts. So I do think there's going to be some movement on this. There's something gross. There's something that's kind of in the way legally, um, that has to be worked out first. So that's what's pushing this timeline back. I think they're showing me the sun coming out. So this is going to be more like springtime for the farm, because there's a legal situation that has to be worked out, that's still kind of hanging over it. Thank you, Anya. Is it Anya or Ania? You get messages for strangers when you're out and about. I don't. I don't do that. So I don't get them. I have one time and I did not give the message. I was at a Mana concert in Houston. I think I've told this story before. Kind of before the show started, hanging down in the pit with a lot of people, and over here to like, I guess it'd be like my 11 o'clock. There was a group of like two or three girls, and I had one of their brothers, a brother for one of them coming through, and he was coming through very intensely. I feel like he was a very similar age as her. I feel like he had passed the previous year. Like I had a lot of information, and and I knew that if he hadn't passed, he would have been there with her. So, and that was kind of the message that he was giving me. But I absolutely just did not feel comfortable because we were all about to see a concert, and it was like, and they were having a good time, and I was like, yeah. So I'm like literally there in the crowd. My like husband and our friends are around us. I'm just like having this conversation with spirit, like, no, bro, not gonna happen. Um, and it was a persistent energy. So that's the only time that's ever happened where I was being asked to deliver a message. So I just trusted that she was going to get that message when the time was right from somebody else. Um, you are welcome. I'm seeing the same. Okay, but the good news is I do feel like it's going to happen. They're just showing me a lot of like hoops. You'll get there though. It's for you. I believe it's for you. Enjoying your connections today. Each time I get to see you. Oh, thank you so much. Jumbler? I like the name. Keep doing what will happen with my employment. I can. So I do feel like some earlier when I was saying like I forget who I was talking to, but saying like the ball, I think it was Wiki. The ball was with her. So it was all about what she does with it. I'm getting more of the ball being with your employer. So I feel like they're in the process of making some decisions that could affect you. I'm getting a 3-month timeline, so it's almost like there, and I feel like there's going to be some shaking up or some movement. Sorry, with not just your position or what's going on with you, but I feel like some other people that are also somehow involved or perhaps working there. So it's like if you make it out of that 3 month, like the next 3 months, I feel like there's a little more stability, or it feels like there's more stability. But I do feel like you're going to be offered some kind of change, or it doesn't feel like the job goes away. I'll tell you that. It doesn't feel like you're just like done, if that's what you're worried about. But it feels to me like there's something offered to you. I don't know that it's like, oh, you're going to be like promoted and it's going to be great, and it feels to me like it's not your favorite option. But I do feel like you will have a choice to make, right? But it feels to me like it involves you keeping employment. So I'm not sure what the concern is, but the next 3 months is gonna kind of tell you a lot. So good luck with that, and thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing. Bye, Annie Bear. All right, hey El, do you see financial status changing soon? Money coming or going? There's more going than they both change. So with a lot of us, it's kind of status quo. For you, I feel like both are going to be. That's probably not a great feeling to have, but both are going to be ebbing and flowing in the next like 6 months. Uh, so there'll be ups and downs with what's going out. There'll be ups and downs with what's coming in. I feel like you end more when we talk about like going into like next summer uh, of 2024. It feels to me like there's more of a upward trajectory. So it's almost like there's some ebbing and flowing, and then we get to that upward trajectory of what's coming in next year. And it feels to me like we're adding either like we're adding a job, or we're adding a contract, or we're adding something where that increases it. So they're showing me very much like adding energy. As far as what's going out, really focus on that because I think that that's going to been a bugaboo for you and will continue to be unless you might even want to have somebody help you. So I'm not sure if this is with like a business or what the case is, but if you need to hire somebody or if there's somebody that can help you with that part of it, what's going out, it just feels to me like it's quite a bugaboo and will continue to be if you don't really focus or get some help with it. Oh, hi Roz. I pulled this up. I know you just asked this. No, never mind. I'm lying. Here's what I get. And I know how messages, kind of shut off the mediumship channel a little bit tonight, but doesn't mean your people aren't still participating. When it comes to sun, immediate what they're showing me is a move of some sort is going to be so shifting where he's living or how he's living. When I say how, it's more so like the place and the dynamic around it is going to be huge in making progress with him or him getting what he needs. So that's kind of what that's really all they're showing me is shifting that living situation is going to be really important. And it feels to me like there might need to be some kind of coming together. I'm not saying like intervention necessarily, but coming together, which might actually where you need to confer with other people or perhaps with your son to get this to happen. So there's a little bit of a negotiation I think that has to happen. But switching that living dynamic or situation, perhaps even moving, is kind of what they're giving me. So I just feel like a lot hinges on that. So good luck with that situation. Thank you for the question. All right, I think I got energy for a couple more because I literally can feel my nose like clogging. Karen, where am I going? I am lost. All right, we need some spiritual GPS, right? Let's see what we got, Karen. All right. I feel like you're okay. As much as you're being lost, I feel like you're being shown a lot right now. And I'm hearing the word lonely, and I feel like it's a thing where you might be well served by paring down some of the energies around you. Um, and so it's less of being lonely and more of like kind of getting a little bit more alone. Because I think there's just some energies around you that are a little distracting. It doesn't mean you have to like cut people out of your life. It's just about really kind of like having more of a focus on and getting a little quiet because it just feels to me like there's some situations and some people in your life that kind of confuse you even more. So really just think about where you're putting your energy, even on a day to day. Okay. And I feel like if you're able to just quiet it just a little bit throughout your day, and take out some distractions, you'll really be able to see where you're going. You'll get that spiritual GPS. Um, if you're not already, because they're showing me that, and I know we all want to help people, and we all in one way or another, I think, are headed that way of helping other people. But I think if this is not like a job or um, perhaps even giving your time, I think there's going to be some things shown to you where you're able to help other people, specifically children. So I hope you don't hate children or dislike being around them. But I think this is going to give you a little bit of life as far as and direction as far as what you're supposed to be doing or surrounding yourself with energies that really kind of pop that energy up and make you happy. So you'll be shown. I just feel like maybe right now you're distracted a little bit, but I do feel like you're kind of going through a lot of um, dynamic changes. which is fine. It's actually kind of, I know those are tough. I went through mine like 3 years ago, and when I was in it, yeah, that sucked. But what came after was quite amazing. So hang in there. Thank you, Peter Dawson. Let's see this. Hey, Ness. Read on December rapid fire is fine. See, I'm going to pull a card for you. I'm guessing you're asking me what's coming up in December for you. Yes, Liz, I am going to get some hot and sour soup. I need to hop off here because I think that those places close at like 8. All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna fill into this a little bit for you, Ness. So the mending, this feels to me like, I mean, this could be anything, right? But I've had this card come up when we're talking about fixing physical things. But for you, they're showing me tentacles outward. So, and I actually think it's somebody that's not on your radar. So here's my prediction for you, Ness. In December, and it's going to continue on. So this is something that starts next month, where there's somebody that kind of comes out of the woodwork, or is kind of like, pops into your energy that maybe you weren't thinking about, where you are mending or kind of even building a relationship with them that you didn't have before. So it's either like about fixing something or reworking the relationship and then moving forward. It feels to me like it's good. It feels to me like it's good. And it doesn't feel like too like crazy. So I don't think it's a situation where there's like crazy trauma between you and this person, but I just feel like it's more of like a building. There might be a little bit of a repairing, but could be a good relationship. When I say relationship, that doesn't necessarily mean romantic. Actually, I don't think it's romantic. So watch out for that. It might be even somebody that you haven't kind of communicated with for a while. Watch out. They're bringing animals in. So there might be an opportunity. I'm not sure if you want animals in your life or not, or if this is an opportunity to like dog sit for somebody, but I feel like they're showing me animals coming in. So it'd be at least, I'm not saying like it's going to be like Noah's Ark, but that'd be cool. Maybe one, right? So just watch out for the animal energy is around you. So if you don't want that, then block. Yay. Good deal. I'm not sure. I don't remember if I've told you that was something to look into, but I'm glad it checked out and it's good. Yeah, so with the dog, this is an additional animal. So like I say, if you already have a dog, like I've got a dog and I couldn't imagine having another one because this little guy is a lot. So it may be temporary, but I'll just let you know, I'll just leave you with what I'm getting, which is they're bringing animals in. Am I wrong in wanting to jettison my toxic sister and her family? Not wrong. Not wrong. Okay, so they're showing me absolutely if it's the directive I get here is just I almost feel like you need to step away. That feels to me like it's smart, but to be tactful about it, because I almost feel like there's somebody else. They're like showing me somebody else watching, and I'm not sure who else is in the family, but it's almost like it can look a certain way and be spun a certain way that could cause problems in other relationships in the family or other dynamics. So just be really tactful and good with your communication with anybody else that might be involved in the periphery, because I almost feel like the sister or somebody in that situation could spin it and make them out to be a victim or whatever the case is. So just be really tactful and careful about how you do it. But yeah, I don't think you're wrong. Actually, that I got pretty quickly not wrong. Protect yourself, girl. Protect yourself. Mhm. All right, let's do one more. I know I said one more like a few minutes ago. All right, and before you guys go, please hit the like button, because I hear that does some kind of algorithm thing and helps more people come in, and they're already taking all my subscribers away. So let's do this. All right, Scorpio Mama. Scorpio Mama, do you have a birthday that's happened recently or happening? So isn't it like Scorpio time right now? All right. What kind of job? Do you see me in a job anytime soon? Yeah, I do. I'm like an employment consultant over here. I love it. All right. So within the next 3 months, there is going to be at least one opportunity that's shown to you. I feel like it's not, I feel like it would be a good fit, but I also feel like it's not something that is on your radar. But what they're showing me is it feels logistical. So hold on just a second. They're showing me boxes stacking. So this is a symbol for me for like a warehouse environment or some type of industrial environment. I don't know that you're doing industrial or warehouse types of things, but there might be, it feels to me like it's either more admin or customer service related. So, or even human resources related. So, but the environment to me feels like it's like a warehouse or a factory or could even be construction. I'm not sure. It just kind of has that kind of vibe for me. So that's going to be shown to you. And then if you don't take that, I feel like, and happy birthday on the 6th, you just had it. Happy birthday. Never worked before, recently or separated. Yeah. So it feels to me like it's once again clerical, customer service, or perhaps even HR. But I'm getting more of like the customer service admin kind of thing. Um, it's almost like they're showing me this environment because it might be a bit intimidating. It would be for me because it's just not where I've ever felt comfortable working. But yeah. So in the next 3 months, you'll have an opportunity. Whether you take it or not is up to you. I just broke my pen. That means I have to go. um, but good luck with that. I think it's gonna work out. Um, and they're just once I'll just leave you with this is it's not gonna feel great at first. I feel like at first it's gonna be, and it would make sense if you've never worked. Stick with it, give it a little time, because it feels to me like whatever comes next for you with the work will be a good situation. I feel like it's like a one and done where you get to the right place first, which is good. All right, friends. Thank you for putting up with my weird voice and my sniffles. I tried to spare you from that because I was watching a live the other day. And the girl kept sniffling. I felt bad because I know it sucks, but it annoyed the hell out of me. So I was like, I don't want to be that person. Um, anyway, thank you all for being here. Much love, and I'll see you next week, and I'll be much healthier. I have to be. Good night, everyone.